Hi everyone. I watched Game of Thrones last night. The Bells is what it was called. And I'm going to bring up something that I don't think anyone else has really mentioned. Hence why I'm doing this video. It's not something I'd normally do, especially not in my car. It's on my head, I'm going to say it. But nobody has compared Daenerys Targaryen to her brother. Let's look at the comparisons. Viserys Targaryen was the guy in the first season, smiled a lot, died badly, painfully. Now, what was his problem? He seemed all happy, he seemed alright when he thought he had power. What about the times where he thought he didn't have power? And that happened quite a lot. He got very upset. He started to become, well, a bit of a tyrant, really. And people thought, well, this is an example of what a Targaryen can look like when you flip a coin, comes up tails. Daenerys is, you flip a coin, comes up heads, especially a good one. No one has looked back at all that and thought, actually, they're one and the same. Look at Daenerys. She's had power for a while. She's built herself up. She's got it, and she's been all right. As soon as it starts to look like someone else is taking that power from her, she does a Viserys and goes a bit bonkers, as we've seen in the last couple episodes. I mean, the party in episode 4, The Last of the Starks, it's a bit like when Viserys was seeing Daenerys getting all the attention from the Dothraki. He was sort of like, well, why are they not giving me attention? Why am I not being given this? Because he was a spoilt git, and let's face it, Daenerys is a spoilt git. So what we've seen with Daenerys is basically Viserys' storyline from Series 1 just stretched out over a much longer period of time. And what happened to Viserys in the end? He decided that, shit, nobody likes me. Went a bit mad, got a bit drunk, and started threatening people. He went into the city of Vaes Dothrak with his weapon, which is not allowed, and started threatening people, much like Daenerys went to King's Landing with a dragon and, well, not only threatened everyone, but killed everyone. Viserys was man enough to say, well, he didn't go out and kill everyone. But as soon as he was promised, oh, okay, you'll have your crown, he was like, yeah, cool, all right, happy days. That's where it's different with Daenerys. She won the battle. What did she say? She didn't go, all right, happy days. She went on a killing rampage, killing innocents. So let's face it, Daenerys is Viserys, but worse. It just took her longer to bloom into the Mad Targaryen. Is that poetic? I think it would be poetic, because you remember how Viserys died. He got the gold crown, and it killed him. Daenerys has won the gold crown. Will it kill her? Her and her brother are one and the same. It just took a lot longer to find it out of Daenerys. So, Viserys wasn't that bad. In context now. He was just a bit of a twat. As for the episode itself, The Bells, better than episode 3 and 4. I thought 3 and 4 were pretty dreadful, especially in terms of writing. This one, again, some poor writing decisions. I thought Varys was a bit silly. Tyrion was a bit silly at times. The fact that Jaime and Euron just happened to arrive at the same part of a beach at the same time strikes as very convenient. Especially since at the start of the episode we see all the ships in the Blackwater seem to be very close to King's Landing. And then later on, I forgot at which point, but we see a shot over King's Landing, and this fleet that's all smoking and on fire just seems to be on the horizon, at least like 10 miles away. If that was the case, he's swum a bloody long way after being seemingly blown up on his ship. I don't know, it's Arya's plot armour, just kill her. I've had enough with her at this point. I loved series 1 through 6 Arya. I just loved series 1 through 6 in general. People say 5 and 6 are a bit worse. I was still immersed up until Series 7. Once Series 7 started to go into a few of the later episodes, I lost the immersion. And that's where the enjoyment goes. Once you think, hold on, you start looking at how it's being written rather than just watching it as a story. That's where Game of Thrones went majorly downhill, and this series has been a disappointment. And you know what? I'm actually starting to enjoy the backlash. Make of that out of what you will. I went into this season really guns blazing, like, yes, I want to see more Game of Thrones. First episode, I was like, yeah, really happy with that. Second episode, I was like, it's all right. Third episode, which completely made episode 2 pointless, was I watched it and I thought, ruddy heck, this is just a crappy Hollywood film, this is. I mean, you've got cliche after cliche, trope after trope, and that's not what Game of Thrones was about. The writing was crap, and I've now seen the leaks for what's meant to happen in the last episode, and I'm not sure what to think. It'll be interesting to see how they carry it out. But yeah, episode 5, a bit better than episode 3 and 4. Still not a great fan. I mean, it looked superb. There were parts of it that were really good. A lot of it that... I mean, what the hell was that horse all about? What? We were talking with the people I was watching it with. And I said, oh, if only it was Nymeria, you know, Arya's wolf. That would be a lot better than this random horse. But even that wouldn't make any sense. You spend the last 5 minutes with this horse and you think, what's this all about? And the episode ends, it's like, oh, what a bloody anticlimax that is. Some random horse. Arya and that horse are the only 2 living beings in that whole part of town, which, you know, let's go back to plot armor. Right, I've rambled long enough. I've never done a video in my car like this before, but I hope I made my point. Daenerys and Viserys, one and the same. And I don't think I've seen anyone else point that out, but we found it out eventually. This has been A-Keeper Games. Check out my other stuff. This is not my usual kind of content, but I do the occasional reviews. I do games. I do comedy skits. You know, check me out. And, well, try to look and cheerio. See you later.